Around the Ozarks is now on your FM radio. Listen to Around the Ozarks mornings with Grace Gooley as I spotlight local people, stories, and podcasts, all while playing the country legends of the 90s and the hit makers of the 2000s. It's on the Ozarks' best country, 105.1 The Bull. It's time for Around the Ozarks News, sponsored by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Thompson Sales, Advanced Car Care, Smouse Brothers, and United Plumbing. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Forhetz.
Hi there. Good morning to you on Thursday. The week is rolling right along, and we're going to roll with it and have some news to tell you about.
All right. A man is in custody after a chaotic series of events in Licking. It started with a reported assault involving a gun in Texas County. Then the man apparently drove into town, crashed near the Dollar General, and later rammed into the police station. He barricaded himself inside the police department before ultimately surrendering. No injuries were reported, but the police lobby is closed while it is being repaired. Several people are displaced after an apartment fire in South Springfield. Firefighters were called to the Lexington apartments where flames had reached the roof. The Red Cross is helping people who cannot return home while it is being repaired, find some temporary housing. The cause is under investigation.
Well, this week was a big election. We told you about yesterday the results from Springfield, where voters rejected a new motel-hotel tax for the second time in just a matter of months, dealing a big blow to plans, hopeful plans to expand the Expo Center and Convention Center downtown. And it turns out, we know more now, the no was even more emphatic than it was during the first vote in November. Then about 7% of registered voters turned out, and 52% of them said no. This time around, this week, 11% of registered voters cast a ballot, and 58% of them said no. Without the tax revenue, there is just no clear way to fund that almost $200 million project. Springfield city manager said he would not recommend the city pursue it further. And the city's mayor said in a video the night of the election, when it was clear it was going to lose, that voters' voices were heard. Missouri's Attorney General is expanding an investigation into kratom products across the state. 10 more businesses have been added, including Green Kings LLC in Springfield. Officials are warning certain products may contain potent opioid-like compounds that can be dangerous and quite addictive. The state is demanding information from those companies about ingredients and marketing practices. That investigation now targets more than 20 entities statewide.
Governor Mike Kehoe just signed 3 new laws that will take effect later this year. One creates a legal definition for grooming children for abusers. They do that, and it gives some prosecutors the tools to charge offenders in those cases. Another allows divorces to proceed during pregnancy, which removes a decades-old restriction. And a third new law will make it easier to try some juveniles as adults in violent crime cases. Meanwhile, in the legislature, a bill aimed at changing oversight of the high school activities in Missouri is moving forward. State senators have advanced a plan that would create a governor-appointed board to review appeals involving MSHA, or the Missouri State High School Activities Association. That organization, of course, oversees sports and activities for more than 200,000 students in the state. Lawmakers could take a final vote in the Senate as soon as today.
All right, we'll be watching that. Keep you posted. Springfield is revisiting a plan to redevelop Kearney Street after years of limited progress there. The updated proposal would continue tax incentives but exclude more business types, including marijuana dispensaries. City council members and residents say more creative solutions are needed to spur growth in that area. Just a handful of projects have actually been completed since the original plan started back in 2018. A final vote on that from the city council could come later this month, so we'll be watching that as well. This is neat. The University of Missouri is expanding its presence here in Springfield with a new property purchase. The school has acquired a large building on the Jack Henry campus off Battlefield Road. It will support expansion of the School of Medicine into a full 4-year program. The first class of new students could arrive as early as this year, or as next year, I should say, next year. The move is expected to help train more doctors that would practice in this region because we are seeing a shortage.
Okay. Cox Health is asking for help during its annual diaper drive this month. Donations of any size or brand of diapers, including open packages, if there are still some unused, are all being accepted at multiple locations. The diapers will go to local charities supporting families who are in need all across the Ozarks. Organizers say demand remains very high for basic necessities. You can drop off donations throughout the month of April.
Man, I remember the diaper buying days, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Man, oh man.
Pricey. And we even used disposable diapers for a little while. Remember that? I don't know. It was
disposable.
fine.
What do you mean? Recyclable.
Disposable. Recyclable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
reusable.
yeah. Reusable. There you go. But I still
Cloth
don't. I mean,
diapers.
yeah.
You tried that.
Eh.
You didn't enjoy that very much.
It wasn't even the cleanup. It was like the effectiveness, like how well did they hold, especially when you're like driving in a car in the car seat.
Yeah.
All the things. Okay. This weekend, volunteers are needed to help clean up a stretch of Route 66 in Springfield. I kind of love this. The Mother Road Refresh event is set for this Saturday from noon to 2. Participants will meet near Hammond's Field and help pick up litter along the historic corridor. Organizers say it's a chance to prepare for upcoming celebrations coming on the Mother Road. You can register at cleangreensgf.com. cleangreensgf.com.
Oh, that's a neat idea. I like that. I like the idea of people getting out because a lot of people do it. It doesn't take very long.
Right. Many hands make light work.
That's true.
A free family event is coming to downtown Springfield this Sunday. The historic Gilloy's Theater is hosting a free showing of Zootopia. Doors open at 1. The movie starts at 2. Attendees will also get free popcorn and a non-alcoholic drink. That event is part of a community partnership with some local organizations putting it on.
All right. Finally from us this morning, say it ain't so. Longtime Ozarks broadcaster and our friend Ned Reynolds is hanging it up. He's set to call his final Springfield Cardinals game this weekend. Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
The Missouri Sports Hall of Famer will take the mic one last time Saturday night as the Springfield Cardinals host Tulsa. First pitch, 6 o'clock. Pregame ceremony start about 5:30 over at Hammond's Field. Ned will throw out the first pitch. At least he's in charge of that. He may pick a kid to do it or something. Who knows? He'll be joined by his sports talk radio co-hosts, Art Haynes and Scott Purrier. It also just happens to be kind of a around the Ozarks family night because 102.1 The One is hosting the championship fireworks after the game. So stay tuned for the fireworks hosted by a sister station under the Around the Ozarks umbrella. And even though the Ned is leaving the Cardinals broadcast booth, he and Scott and Art can be heard talking sports every weekday morning on the starting lineup show over there at 102.1 The One. So you can still get your Ned fix, and you just won't hear him on Cardinals games any longer. And that's crazy because he's been doing it, well, as long as they've been here, as long as they've been in town.
It's wild. Since, 06, I think.
I remember.
They come in 06, I think so. Yeah.
You know what's funny is that when I got to town to Springfield in 2000, they came in 04, the Cardinals. When I got to town, I think they came in 04. Yeah. I was blown away that none of the players, the Springfield Cardinals, had bobbleheads, but Ned had a bobblehead that the Springfield Cardinals did and gave out at their games. So I remember that. I remember this conversation. I called a buddy of mine, a sports guy from my old station where I'd come from, one of them. It was 2 stations ago. But I remember sitting in a diner at a breakfast joint, one of my first few weeks in town. And I was telling this guy on the phone about how the sports guy has bobbleheads. The players don't have bobbleheads, but the sports guy does. This guy is a legend here. It's unbelievable, this guy, Ned Reynolds. And then years later, we had a real estate agent, and that real estate agent said, "Hey, I remember when you first got to town, we were at a breakfast diner, and we sat in the booth right next to you, like his back was to my back. Remember Mike?"
Yeah.
And he said, "I remember you telling your friend about Ned Reynolds and how he had a bobblehead." And I was like, "Are you kidding me? That's wild."
Yeah, that's funny. That's
But
funny.
that just goes to show you how big a deal Ned Reynolds
is and has been for a long time. By the way, the Cardinals came in 05. I said 06, you said 04.
Okay.
Right in the middle, 05.
All right.
Anyway,
Wow.
I will miss Ned on the air, but I get to see him live in person at dinner. So,
Yeah, he's great. We love hanging out with Ned.
He's fun.
And our dinners are always a good time. You never know what's going to happen.
Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. We hope you have a great day, and we are super thankful for you, all of our listeners, and our sponsors. We would not be here without them. So thanks to the Springfield Greene County Park Board, United Plumbing as well. Who else? Thompson Sales. Thank you to them. Advanced Car Care Center in Stratford, and Smouse Brothers Foundation Repair. Thanks for keeping us on the air, and thanks for tuning in. We hope to see you back here tomorrow.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, brought to you by Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, The Trailer Ranch, Hewitt Messenger, Taylor Gruba Chevrolet, and Godfather's Pizza. Here is your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. We are waking up with temperatures near the low 50s this morning. It is mild out there to start, and it's going to be a warm one with temperatures pushing 80 degrees in a few spots on this Thursday. We are expecting mostly sunny skies across the Ozarks and breezy winds. Winds out of the south will be gusting up to 20 miles per hour. We're going to continue to see conditions that are rather gusty over the next couple of days and unsettled as well. So enjoy today. It's a nice one in comparison to some of the weather that's heading our direction. We've got a very active weather pattern that's going to be setting up, and the pattern begins today for our friends up to the north. In fact, there's a threat for severe weather today up in portions of northern Kansas and southeastern Nebraska. No severe weather, really no rain for us today, but the rain chances start to intrude as we head into Friday, and there's at least some opportunity that we see conditions that are going to be unsettled as we head into the next couple of days too. So this increasingly active pattern is going to hold through the middle of next week with nearly daily chances for showers and thunderstorms. We've got unsettled weather returning to the region, and it's going to last into next week. As I said, several rounds of showers and thunderstorms will be possible as the main system begins to push through on Monday and Tuesday. The rain is going to become more widespread over the area. There is still quite a bit of uncertainty with each wave of individual rain and storm chances, some of which will contain severe weather. So I'll be updating you on a kind of a day-by-day basis on what timely exactly the rain is going to arrive and what threats it will bring each and every day. I do think that some severe thunderstorms and flooding will be possible during this active time frame, and that chance for strong to severe storms, well, it enters the region as early as tomorrow. We've got the potential for hail and high wind in some of the strongest storms that are going to be out there. On Friday, they will be capable of producing winds in excess of 60 miles an hour and hail to the size of quarters. The greatest concern here is going to be for our far western counties, and then there's another round possible of strong to severe storms Monday of next week, as well as Tuesday. Storm Prediction Center already has the Ozarks outlined both of those days. So just kind of an early heads up that severe weather does look possible, maybe coming in a couple of different rounds, and temperatures through the entire time frame are going to stay above average with highs in the 70s and 80s as we are in the warm sector of the storm. Around the country, what's making headlines? Well, it's heavy rain and thunderstorms today for parts of the Florida Peninsula. again. That has been the case for several days this week. We also have chances for thunderstorms across the southern Rockies and the plains today. That's the opportunity for severe weather today that I mentioned earlier. That one's not going to impact the Ozarks, but we could have a few strong storms by late Friday afternoon into Friday evening for our western counties. And that's happening as early as tomorrow, which will kick off our round of very active weather across the Ozarks. All right, it's time for that Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question for the day. And the question that I have for you is this: what is the only planet in our solar system not named after a god? Do you think that is A, Earth, B, Mars? Do you think it is C, Venus, or D, Jupiter? Which is the only one not named after a god? Well, if you chose A, you would be correct. It is Mother Earth. Every other planet is named after a Roman or Greek god: Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Earth, however, comes from the Old English word erda, meaning ground or soil, the only one that isn't mythological. So congrats if A was your guess. Here's the next trivia question that I have for you tomorrow. What is the only metal that is liquid at room temperature? Do you think that is A, mercury, B, gallium, C, cesium, or D, lead? You can let me know your guess. You can do that at the website. It's aroundtheozarks.com. Thanks so much for listening to Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather today. It is going to be a beautiful Thursday in the Ozarks. A little bit breezy, but we'll have the sunshine. High temperature of 79 degrees. Thanks so much to our sponsors: Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, The Trailer Ranch, Hewitt Messenger, Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet, and Godfather's Pizza. Have a fantastic day. I'll be back to chat with you first thing Friday morning.